Mia, how you doing?
Oh, I am hanging in there. How about you, Mike?
I am doing okay. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having me. So my Google completely crashed.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, like couldn't get anything, went on my phone, sent it my friend, like we're at work. It has nothing to do with internet here. It's just a server. So I am just hoping that I'm actually using her computer right now, and we're hoping that like it doesn't crash on her computer. So yeah, so we're hanging in there.
We'll get there. Look, you put that all out there like that was going to scare me. I'm not scared of something like
Oh
that. It's
no, I'm not scared, but I just want you to know because like it may all just come down. Like it might all just hit the wall. So
that's okay.
yeah,
I'm
so that's
I'm
fine.
under the impression that our technology life in general is a house of cards that's just waiting to fall on us anyway.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was, yeah, it's definitely fun that it picked today, but you know, it was bound to happen in 5 years, so we'll get through. It's all good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So how's it going for you? This has been fun. We're enjoying it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been really good so far. It's been great. I think it's going well so far. So I'm happy.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm sharing my screen and hopefully, so my video is not going to be up, but hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Yep, I see your screen. I see your screen.
Yeah, good. That's good. And Wendy's going to be helping me with chat. Um, yeah, so I think we should be good as far as that. But just remember, in case it all hits the fan, you'll know. You'll be like, oh
Oh
yeah,
no.
that's me. I
So
went
you're
bye
one of
bye.
four screens. You're one of four screens I have running at the same time. So if I see it all go crazy, I'll look over.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? That's what oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. I feel so bad. Naomi. Naomi
Naomi,
said
yeah.
she said she was monitoring some screens. So yeah. And Wendy was in the when my coworker Wendy was in the wonderful poor session that got all of the bombing.
Oh, that got bombed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I missed it. Unfortunately, I heard it was going down, and I just went. I went into the Zoom admin panel and just closed that whole room and shut it down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than that,
Come
Mike.
on, if that doesn't sum up 2020 for you, I don't know what will.
Seriously. I said, Wendy, why didn't you go back in? She's like, oh no, I couldn't. Like it was bad. It's
Well,
like,
that's like someone came in the help room and they sounded visibly shaken, and I was like, oh
yeah,
crap.
yeah, that's basically what Wendy said. She was like, it was not pretty, like not pretty at all. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I realized what happened is, Veronica put her link out there on social media to tell people she was doing that today, and
Oh,
that's usually the kiss of death for something like that.
oh, yeah. Yeah,
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 yeah.
that's
Well,
all right.
welcome to everybody else who's in here, hearing me and Mike chatting away.
Yeah,
Let's see. I know
exactly. Hi,
Wendy's in here.
everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sally and Vanessa. And are you ATAC 4?
I am ATAC 4, yes.
Okay, and then I think I'm gonna pronounce this right, Elistine, I hope, and Kit, thank you guys for being here. Yeah, so, okay, well, thanks, man. It should be hopefully it'll be good, and, for everybody's in here, my, Google has, like, literally, like, gone down today, so I am, on my colleague's, computer because she has it up, so hopefully we'll cross our fingers, do a little technology prayer that we don't crash.
It's all gonna work out. I have nothing but hope and faith. It'll be fine.
That's right. That's right. That's all we
It'll be
got.
fine.
That's all
All
we
right.
got.
I'm
So
leaving you to it. I'm gonna go make sure everybody else is good.
you're the best, Mike.
All
Thank you,
right.
man.
Thanks, me. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
So for anybody who's here, you can scan this and get the slide deck on the Bitly, and I will put that in. Hopefully, you guys are hearing me. I will put that in the chat. Chatalada. Chatalada ding dong. Oops. Just opened another one. That's not helpful, is it? Yeah, Wendy, thank you. My colleague Wendy is here and she's amazing and she's going to be helping me out here because the tech is just not doing it for me today. It's just not, it's not being nice. So I'm going to close that out. Thank you for typing that in the chat, Podwind. How are you guys? Please feel free to like say hi, put your mic on. I really feel bad that I'm not even showing you my face. I'm in the office and the tech has just been, my tech has literally been crashing all day. So I am keeping my camera off, but please feel free to say hi. And if you don't want to say hi with a mic, go ahead and tell me who you are and where you're from. And thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is awesome. It'll be even more awesome if I don't crash and burn. So let's see here. Probably a lot of you guys have probably stepped away a little bit. Oh, from New Jersey. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you. What do you do? Feel free to let me know what you guys do. I'm going to introduce myself in a little bit. Oh, very cool.
I work for Bookshare. I'm an outreach coordinator, but I used to be an AT specialist in New Jersey. So.
Oh, Vanessa, that's awesome. We love Bookshare. Do you ever get to come down to ATIA or FETC in Florida?
So I have been in a different role as an AT specialist. So this year, you know, obviously virtually, but yeah, I love the conferences. It's very similar, obviously, to this, although, you know, this is much more low key since you could be at home.
Yeah.
But, you know, right, just learning and having that kind of recharge is really great.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, love the Bookshare people, and where's it? Christine's been wonderful, and
yeah, Christine's my
your boss, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Aw, thank you for getting on the mic. I really appreciate you for introducing yourself.
Absolutely.
Cool. Sally from Bethlehem, very cool. And I hope, please correct me by either typing it phonetically. Is it Elistine? That's really pretty. Elistine, thanks for being here from Chicago.
You're right on it. That's it.
Woohoo! Something's going right today. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I was born in Chicago, lived in Racine for like the first 18 years of my life. So Racine, Wisconsin's not too far from you.
Then we won't talk sports.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what's so funny? I'm a Cubs fan. Are you a Cubs fan by any chance?
I am, but I'm more of a Sox fan.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can go either way, but yeah. So because my brothers were in high school when I was born. So, and you know, their high school years were spent in Chicago. So I'm very influenced by that. So yeah, that's so cool. Temple, you in Philly. I got some family in Philly, Kit. That's awesome. My colleague and dear friend Wendy typed in the chat the bit.ly. And so you're going to want to copy it or and have access to it. Oh, the second one is going to work because there are, throughout the presentation, there's going to be tons of links within my presentation. So it's just a good resource to go back to. Like the actual presentation is the resource, if that makes sense. So hi, Denise, outreach coordinator. Oh, that's so cool. You work with Mike and Naomi. I adore Mike. I just met Naomi. She was so helpful yesterday. So glad. Thank you guys for everybody who's here and who's introducing themselves. You'll get to know me in a little bit. And Wendy, just type the link into, but you should be able to scan and get the slide deck or type the bit.ly in. Of course, it is case sensitive. So it's all lowercase MS Tools 4 and then uppercase AT 2020. So let's see, we got more people coming in. If you're just coming in, thanks for being here. The reason why I don't have my Zoom meeting video on, only audio, is because I really do look like that guy on the left there. I'm feeling like that. It's been a rough technology morning. I understand you guys probably know how it is. Yeah, but that pretty much defines what I'm looking like about right now. But I'm feeling like the guy on the meeting, the video meeting. If you just got in here, please feel free to get on the mic and tell me a little bit about yourself, and or just type it in the chat pod, just trying to get to know a little bit about who's here. So thankful that you guys are here. Can't wait to get to know you a little bit. John Jingle. Oh boy. See, now I want to sing it. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'm sure you get that all the time, John. I really apologize, but everything in my head is a song. Yeah. My friend Wendy, who is also my colleague and who's on this, is like, she's literally crawling under her desk right now. She said she's embarrassed of me. Let's see. Anybody typing in there? Let me know a little bit about you guys. Okay, it is 1 o'clock and people are still going to come in. I'm already sharing my screen, so as you guys know, I cannot see you right now. I can only see my screen. I feel like I'm just missing out on you guys. But thank you, Shannon from Maine. Oh, SLP. Well, thank you for 24 years. God bless you. That is absolutely amazing. And Maine is a beautiful place. My friend Hillary lives there and I would like to visit sometime. So, oh, Kristen, AT coordinator from Pittsburgh. Thank you. North Carolina, Christine. Thank you. Oh yeah. Thank you. Like once this COVID thing, I'm in Florida. So once this COVID thing is over, I am getting on the first flight to Maine. Let me tell you. Okay. Well, thank you guys. Welcome. For those of you who just came in, I just want to give you a minute to get the slide deck. So the slide deck is case sensitive. The only uppercase letters in the slide deck are the A and the T. So it's bit.ly/MS tools for uppercase A and uppercase T. So glad you guys are here. The reason why I'm giving you some time to either scan or get the slide deck, and it's also in the chat, is because basically the slide deck is the resource. There's going to be lots of resources that we're going over today. And so I just want to make sure that you guys have that. And please feel free to type in the chat pod. My dear friend Wendy and colleague is with me. She's going to be monitoring that for me. I see my friend Alyssa here, also from Florida. And so if there's questions, Wendy she's right behind me. She'll probably shout it out to me. And but you're welcome to get on mic and also speak. I'm more than happy to hear your voices. So, okay, so who am I? My name is Mia Lodato, and I did a little introductory video for you. And for some of you who are familiar with Microsoft, you know that they own Flipgrid. And so if you have Flipgrid on your phone, you can scan that QR code. But even if you don't have Flipgrid on your phone, you can scan that QR code just with your QR reader. And so now I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to just show you what you should be able to see. So I'm going to do a new share. Bear with me here. I'm praying that this is going to work because, again, I need the technology gods to be with me. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we're going to just give me a second. I have to connect to Wi-Fi, which I am, and I'm going to tap screen mirroring. Thank you guys for being patient with me. It was connected, but anyway, while it's getting connected, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I live in Florida. I'm in Orlando. I work for Fiddler's Action, and those of you who are looking at the slide deck, Fiddler's Action is a part of the Florida Diagnostic Learning and Resource system, and that's throughout the state of Florida. And we support 7 districts here at our Fiddler's Action, and those are all different ways that you can get information about the project that I work with. And there's my email, and also I'm pretty active on Twitter, so SpedTech Mia is where you can find me for that. Of course, what we're finding is that, at least on my side, my screen share is not going to work because, because it worked 5 minutes ago. So why should it work now? So I'm gonna stop sharing that. But anyway, what's really cool and fun is if you guys have your phones on you and you tap that, you should see a video that I did in Flipgrid, and it introduces me, tells you a little bit about me, including the fact that I have 2 teenagers and 2 dogs, and that I live in Florida, and it's auto captioned. So that's kind of cool. The nice thing about it is if you do it in the Flipgrid app, it's an AI, it's AR. So it's augmented reality, and it will actually, if you have the Flipgrid app on your phone or on an iPad, it'll actually jump off the page. The video will jump off the page. So just another way to integrate videos. And let me stop sharing that, and I'm going to share the actual screen that I'm on. So there we go. Okay. So sorry that didn't work. I promise you that I did try, but hopefully it worked on your side. If it did work on your side, can you let me know what you thought? Like the AR version is now integrating the captions. They don't work as of yet, but the AR is getting the captions in the video. But the actual video itself has captions, and those are auto captioned by Flipgrid, and that is a wonderful Microsoft tool. So Microsoft is pretty amazing, to be honest, and you'll notice ironically that I'm using a Google slide, but I use all of these things in the work that I do. I do everything, Google, Microsoft, the whole thing. And I just have realized that in the last couple of years, Microsoft has really kind of upped their accessibility and inclusivity game. And this is a link right here to Simple Things, to a bunch, 7 different wonderful videos. And I'm going to share one with you right now. I just need to make sure that the video settings are going to hopefully play the audio. So just tell me with a thumbs up if you can hear the audio. No audio?
Can you turn it up on your end, Mia?
We'll try. How about that? So are we hearing it at all? No. Okay.
Very low.
Of course it is. Here we go. How about this?
Much effort was made
Better?
to modify and upgrade my workspace and my building in order to make them more inclusive and more accessible to me. Due to my profound mobility impairment, I can't swipe a badge on security doors. They had to introduce secure Bluetooth to unlock certain doors for me. It was a lot of work, but it was all undertaken with an eye towards how can solving for the barriers that I face create a better experience for everyone. We've made a huge amount of progress with inclusive design. It's no longer about convincing people whether we should do it. It is now more about how we do inclusive design. We all live in a continuum of impairment, from those of us who live with it permanently to those who have a temporary impairment, or even a situational impairment, like living through a global pandemic. Everyone's ability is tenuous, whether they realize it or not. One way to see it is that we're all just temporarily abled. But when we follow the principles of inclusive design, it truly has relevance for everyone.
So I absolutely love this video, and it's one of 7. And the link over here for Simple Things will bring you directly to those 7 videos. What do you guys think about what John said, and the idea of inclusive design, and where we all are on the spectrum of disability? Feel free to type in the chat. Let me try to check it. Yes, yeah. Well, I don't know if that was yes to me actually having video or yeah, yeah, love it, right? Like it's so powerful, everything that he's saying. And really what I love about Microsoft is they really center they center people with disabilities. And I think that's why they have such an impact, and they are just making kind of leaps and bounds right now. So what I really need you to do for me in the chat is kind of on a fist of, or on fist to 5. So like 1 to 5, how familiar are you with like Microsoft Learning Tools and all of the accessibility pieces? From one being the least familiar with it, and 5 being the most. So if you could just type in the chat pod 1 to 5, so I kind of get an idea of where everybody is. Okay, Kit, you can help me teach this. 6, great. Maureen, you can help me teach this too. Got some 3s, 3.5. Love it. Okay. Well, hopefully we're going to show you some stuff. You want to learn more about OneNote. Okay, we're going to hopefully learn some more today. Like I only have 45 minutes, so I put a lot in here, but oh, Kelly, you're so sweet. I put a lot in here, and that's why I want you guys to use the slides as like a resource. So how many of you guys have seen this? Maybe a couple of you. This is the Microsoft Learning Tools periodic table. And it is amazing. It's the most updated version. And anything that you see on my slide deck with a red, that's in red, is a link. So this is up here is an accessible link, meaning like it's gives you an accessible version of this Microsoft Learning Tools availability periodic table. And you'll notice here on the left is like the tools. So we have read aloud, spacing and font size, page colors, syllables. And then as you go across, it tells you which Microsoft software it's in. So read aloud and Word line highlighting you'll find in almost everything they offer, right? And what I love about this updated one is it includes Microsoft EDU, Whiteboard, Flipgrid, and then it even tells you like whether it's an iOS, Android, and it's even including the Edge browser. So this is a super powerful graphic that just can give you a really quick idea of the power of learning tools and where they are available. And, you know, is definitely a great place to start with, okay, what do I need? And where is it available? So again, this is a link to this periodic tables. Now, in addition to that, what we have here is the Microsoft Learning Tools feature availability. So we go from one to the next. So here we have read aloud, space fonting, some of the stuff that you just saw and a little bit more, and then it breaks it up by OneNote, whether it's online, desktop, Windows 10, or iPad. Is this, how about this? What do you guys think about this? A little useful for you guys in school or working with your IT folks, or even working, you know, on your computers. If you look at this, just look at the accessibility just from the read aloud feature, right? Like it is in every single thing. And what you'll find is when we start talking about immersive reader, some of you may or may not know this, it is being put in everything now, which, you know, from an accessibility standpoint is a big win, right? For assistive tech and accessibility and universal design for learning. And then like syllabication, I mean, syllables is in a lot of things too, because it's part of Immersive Reader, right? You'll find that is in there. It is really, really powerful stuff to help our students learn. So again, this in red is going to be a link for you to an accessible version of this, and you can save it, of this Learning Tools flyer. So when we talk about, oops, sorry about that, got a little click happy. When we talk about Microsoft tools, there are so many tools. There's so many tools. Like I am going to try to cover a lot of them today. And I apologize for all the writing on this slide, but just want to go over a couple. And again, this whole slide deck is going to be basically your resource. So for reading, we have Immersive Reader, and we're going to jump out and look at that in a little bit, with text-to-speech, tracking, focus, dictionaries, picture dictionaries, syllables, all of that. And then we have Office Lens. How many of you, yes, Hillary, I noticed that you said HelperBird is a free extension, and we are definitely going to get to that too. HelperBird's amazing. It has Immersive Reader embedded in it. Office Lens, how many of you guys know about Office Lens? If you do, just give me a yes, and if you don't, just give me a no. Office Lens is possibly one of my favorite apps of all time. And it does so very much. So we got a couple yeses and some no's. Okay, so I'm gonna hop into Office Lens on this link. And basically, Office Lens will digitize and OCR anything that you need.
Hello from Bet 2020.
So check this out.
I'm Leslie Fisher, and I'm here to share with you some of my favorite tips that you can use right now. So Office Lens, I mentioned it last year at Bet 2019, and since then, Office Lens has a great new feature. Immersive Reader is completely in Office Lens, just like you would see it in OneNote, Microsoft Word, Teams, and everywhere else. Let me show you how easy this is. Check this out. I'm going to take a picture of this sign. And the interesting thing that Office Lens will do is, even though the sign was only one part of it and at an angle, it cleans it all up. So once I do that, I click on Done, and then I click on Immersive Reader. I can come in here and I can change the font size, I can select and change syllables, I can even bring in line focus, I can even turn on Picture Dictionary. And one of the coolest features that I have found, I can change the language. So I could go and take a picture of something at an angle, have it set the correct way, change its language, and have it even read back to me. And remember, there's over 60 languages available. This thing is awesome. Travel anywhere you want and have it help you understand the world around you more effectively.
So you can see why Office Lens is literally one of my favorite tools. And even for those of you who may know Office Lens, the fact that they now have Immersive Reader built in, oh my goodness gracious.
In this video, we'll be taking a look at the new Immersive Reader tool from
And
Microsoft.
Apparently my
Immersive Reader is designed to improve the reading experience.
My YouTube just decided to keep playing. So hold on one second. I'm going to stop that. Of course, it's just, you know, wonderful technology. So anyway, what I was saying is that the fact that, can you share the link, Cindy, is actually embedded right here in the slide deck. So we can get that for you in a bit, but it's actually right here. If you just click on that link, it'll bring you straight to the video. So Office Lens can digitize, it can scan, it can do your bills. Like, so if you scan your bills, it can organize your bills for you. It can actually transport it right into OneNote. And so then you can have something that is a PDF and be able to work on it in OneNote and adjust it and do whatever you need to do. So Office Lens is a really powerful tool to be using with your students and even for yourself. I use it all the time. Now, the other thing for reading is this is simple, but we miss it a lot, is headings in Word, right? The headings in Word will break the content into smaller parts, and that's really helpful. Read Aloud is now in the Edge browser, and it can read websites, PDFs, and EPUBs out loud. If anybody's played with the Edge browser, it's pretty cool. Before we go there, we're going to go over here to writing. So for writing, we have Dictate, and something that's just new and just happened is Transcribe in Word Online. So that's going to help with note taking. What Transcribe does is it will record conversations, but it also can record lectures. So if a student has a laptop and sitting up in the front of the class, or even right now online, they can put on Transcribe, and Transcribe will actually transcribe everything that the speaker is saying. It identifies 2 different voices, and the student could just be, you know, doing shorthand notes or writing down as they're going. So that's a really wonderful, tool. I'm going to click on this because that's a link. Anything in red is a link, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about Transcribe because it's my new favorite tool. So here's some information about it, and it tells you how to get started. And over here, you'll see a little GIF or GIF, depending on what team you're on. And it opens up here, it shows you the speakers, it even gives you a time. You can change the information. And then what's really cool is down on the bottom, after an entire conversation has been transcribed, see there it is, it's right next to Dictate, upload audio, right? Once the transcription is done, you can add all of the notes to the document, or you can add it note by note. See how it's highlighted right there? Boom, it's right there. So you can, so a student can listen to a lecture and be able to take the pieces out that they want and use that for their notes. So Transcribe is huge. Yes, Sandy, I see that it says my understanding is that Edge won't read EPUB. It does now. So if it's not doing it yet, it's one of those additions that's kind of like a slow rollout. But yes, it will be reading EPUB because that's all from our friends from Microsoft. Then word prediction. Word prediction you can find in settings under typing, and you can just turn it on and we'll give you word prediction, which we all love. What's new in Word Online is this thing called rewrite suggestions. And for all of us, I think I'm going to start using it. It actually helps you with fluency and grammar and gives you suggestions on how you can write your sentences better, and gives you suggestions on vocabulary words that could beef up your writing. So that will be helpful for our students as well. And then for math, you know, there's not a lot for math tools out there, but Microsoft has built-in math tools in OneNote, and it also has a math app. But this link specifically talks about math tools, so I am going to click on that and open it up for you guys, give you guys a little quick video on math tools, and I promise to stop it.
Write or type an equation in a OneNote page. Using the Select tool, select the whole equation. Under the Draw tab, click on the Math button. On the right, a Math Assistant will open showing the equation in text. If there are errors with reading handwriting at first, the Fix It button will try converting it again. Once it is correct, click the Ink to Math button, and the handwritten equation will turn to text. Below the equation is the Select an Action drop-down menu. This menu gives options on what you would like to do with this equation. We can solve it or graph it. We are going to solve for x. The values of x are 1 and -1. To show the steps in this equation, click on Show Steps and decide how to solve it. We will solve it using the quadratic formula. Now, each step to solve this equation is visible below. In the upper right-hand corner is the icon for the Immersive Reader. When it is clicked, each step in the problem is read aloud.
Steps using
So
the
cool.
quadratic formula. Subtract 9 from both sides. 3x squared plus 6 minus 9 equals 0.
The back arrow returns to the original view. At the bottom, a practice quiz has been generated based on the problem that I just solved. Choose how many questions and click Generate Quiz. Right in the same page, a Microsoft Forms practice math quiz is generated. Once the quiz is finished and submitted, the results can be seen by clicking View Results. Taking a quiz is a great way to practice skills independently.
Does anybody else think this is cool? Oh, good. Thank you. I'm so glad to see you guys because, like, literally, this is a celebration here, right? So here's what you guys need to know with Math Assistant. So if you're a teacher, right, you can actually turn off the solving part. So it doesn't have to be on. So if you want a student to solve it on their own, for whatever reason, like that wasn't the goal this time, you can actually turn it off. But when you turn it on, what support? So a lot of you, like me, have been using Photomath for years as an app. Like, yeah. And so Microsoft now has it built in. And I just can't think of a better way to support students in math. Currently, we're working with a student, incredible student, very complex issues, and we are trying to figure out if we can get the keyboard shortcuts to work with his device. So cross your fingers for us, people, because math is like a very young category in AT, as you all know. And so, but math tools actually brings us some excitement in how to use that. Now, you guys see at the bottom of this specific slide, it says MS Reading, Writing, and Math Resources. If you click on that, it's going to bring you to a page with all of this information in there. So have fun with that when we're done today. Okay, so now we're getting to what Hillary was referring to in the beginning. Immersive Reader is amazing, right? And we're going to do a little bit of Immersive Reader. But what you may not know is Immersive Reader is now part of their Azure, Microsoft's Azure, whatever, like very fancy schmancy thingamabobber. And so basically that's code for it's getting in everything. And they are having companies purchase it so that it can be put in their products and make things more accessible. So some of you may use Pear Deck, ThingLink, Wakelet. You'll see HelperBird there, which is an extension, which it's free. So it's free text to speech. For those of you who use Google, you can download the extension. It's in Flocabulary. Of course, it's in, things that you're used to, like the Microsoft tools. We talked about those, Flipgrid, but it's in Canvas, which a lot of our high schools and middle schools and colleges use, Nearpod, and it's in code.org, people. Like, how amazing is that? Now, kids who want to code are going to have access to Immersive Reader and for it to read to them. Just think of what barriers we're removing and allowing for kids to show what they know and learn in a way that they can. Like, it is absolutely amazing. And Kit, yes, I look forward to advanced math support being the mainstream also. So this is just a quick slide of how many things that they are in. So you may not know, but 10 percentile increase in reading comprehension and writing is what was the average increase in a nationally normed assessment research study on MS learning tools. And I know if you guys are like me, we're always having to kind of tell people what research, like why should we use this tool, what has it done? So I wanted to include that in here for you. And that link is directly to the research study that was done that showed that there was a 10% average increase, 10 percentile, sorry, average increase in reading comprehension and writing using MS learning tools. So I hope that is helpful to you all. So now let's talk about speech, language, hearing, and communication. It's a lot, but I only got so much time. So we're gonna go, again, immersive reader. We're gonna click on that link and have you guys play in a second. Obviously, you all know that live captions are important. My friend Hillary did a presentation today on being a captions captain, and you can find live captions in Teams. It is in the app. That is very important to note. If you guys haven't used Microsoft Teams, which is like Zoom, except it's better. So Microsoft Teams, you have to download the app to your computer, and you'll have more tools to your disposal, like captions. If you just do it online, the captions won't be available. Live captions is in PowerPoint. Oh, why do you think it's better, Karen? Because just for the point that you have live captions embedded, and Zoom, you have to like pair up with someone or use a free tool that doesn't always caption. With Teams, what I find is the live captioning is also in the control of the person that's receiving the information. So, for example, like if I want and need the captions, I can turn them on. So I'm in control of the captions for myself, which I think it's really wonderful. And so then we have Flipgrid and Flipgrid AR closed captions, which I showed you a little version of that. Flipgrid is wonderful because now in Flipgrid on Android and iOS and your computers, you can actually edit your captions in Flipgrid. Super fun, and it's like available immediately. It's like Flipgrid is now my Clips used to be my go-to for like recording, but Flipgrid is so easy to use also that that Flipgrid shorts are going to be a quick second to recording myself for less than 10-minute videos. There's sticky keys for switch access, which we all appreciate. Eye gaze integration, third party, voice recognition through Cortana. And then speech and language practice with Flipgrid video response. So, you know, for SLPs out there, you can give a lesson or a practice lesson, and then you can have the student record and practice their response in Flipgrid as a video, which is awesome. And then there's this thing called practice. Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to move my chat. There's this thing called Practice Speaking with PowerPoint Presentation Coach. Has anyone used that by any chance? It's been around for a while. If you've used it, I really would definitely be interested. Let's see here if I can see. Yes, Meet does offer captions. So this is really cool. PowerPoint Presentation Coach actually gives you tips on how to speak better. So for example, right now it would be telling me that I'm using way too many ums and pausing maybe too much. And it would give me tricks and tips on how I could, see there I did it, how I could help make my speech better. And now that's going to be integrated in Flipgrid and my fluency. It's going to be integrated in Flipgrid to help students. So I think that is going to be super helpful. Scott, Flipgrid has made extremely huge impacts. Yes, I love it, Scott. Absolutely 100%. Like the amount of support that Flipgrid also has embedded in it, immersive reader. So, you know, from videoing, you know, it just removes the barriers, and it's like your perfect version of universal design for learning for a lot of students, right? Because it can be used by a lot of students, but it's definitely necessary for fun for some. Can you explain Flipgrid? Okay, so I'm going to do that in a second, Kit. I'm just going to show you again for every slide, I have a connection to more resources. So go ahead and click on that if you need to later. I'm going to go into Immersive Reader right now, and this is what you guys see for, so This link, if you guys use it right now and you have your slide open, if you've never used Immersive Reader, if you just click on try it out right here, it's going to bring you down to this, and it says try Immersive Reader with your own reading material. So even if you are on a Chromebook, you should be able to use this. And when you just click try it now, it's going to open up, and you could actually dump in anything in there, and it will let you try it out. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But you asked, Kit, about let's see here, Flipgrid. So I'm going to go to my Microsoft Office because we've talked about Immersive Reader, and I just want to make sure that I am doing okay on time. Here's my Microsoft Office, and I promise, Kit, I will get to Flipgrid, but here is my Word, and I'm going to just open this document about Immersive Reader and just kind of show you a quick thing or two. So this is something that I already dumped in here, but if you had Office Lens, you could have actually taken a picture of something and uploaded it to OneNote and Word, and then it's going to open it so that you can manipulate the words. And so here it opens, and you'll see we have the dictate, and right next to it is that transcribe that we talked about, just kind of getting you familiar with everything. And then under View is where you're going to find Immersive Reader. Now, some of you may not also know this really great shortcut. You guys see this little light bulb? It's in a lot of things. It says, tell me what you want to do. This is like your shortcut to like finding anything. It's like a help tool. So I could say, I want to read the text, and it will directly bring me to Immersive Reader. So just kind of remember that tell me what you want to do is shortcuts to everything that you may forget where it is. So if I click on left in View, it's going to give me Reading View, Immersive Reader. So here I go into Immersive Reader, and boom, shakalaka, there we go. It opens with the theme that I had it at last. And then you'll notice that since I'm opening it up here, it's giving me all these tips. So when you open up first, it'll actually walk you through everything. Isn't that cool? So cool. I just think it's amazing. So there's text preferences. There's only these 3, and you can increase the spacing and the text size. You have grammar options, like you see here with syllabication. And then over here, there's line focus. Depending on what size your text is how you're going to get the options. And then picture dictionary. When I click on something, it might show me a word, but some words actually have pictures, like, oh, let's make sure I turn it on. Oh, it is turned on, but it's just not liking it for right now. So when it is working a little bit better, like talking would have a picture right there. I'm trying to think, right. Yeah, that would have a picture right there too. But remember, all of this is, see, I told you, it's not me, people. It's just, it's the web. It's the web. So that's a quick one. And then you click here and it'll play it out loud for you. So now when I go back, I know it's really quick. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to show you a little Flipgrid. Here we go. It is amazing, Karen. Let's see here, Flipgrid. We're going to my Flipgrid, and Flipgrid is that little, it's like the plus button. It literally looks like a green plus button. And so here is Flipgrid. And if I go into my practice grid, I have 4 different things here. So we're going to go into my practice grid. And under my practice grid, I have 1 topic, and you can have multiple topics. You can invite students, and this is just say hello to Flipgrid. So this is one I didn't even make. It's free, and if you just go to flipgrid.com, you can set up a free account. And you all know what this is, right? This is Immersive Reader. So if I click on this, look what happens. right in there, boom, we are in what I just showed you, and it's going to read it to you and it'll translate and all that wonderful stuff. And so it says, welcome to Flipgrid. And then I would give this to my adults or whatever, and then they would record a video. So see down here, it says record a response, and they could share a topic. So that is how Flipgrid works. I'm going to show you really quickly. Let's see here. I'm going to go back to discussion, and I'm going to show you one that let's see here. Can I do Boardmaker? Did we do it in Boardmaker? No, we didn't. Let's see here. So if I go into edit, so I'm going to show you when we go into edit over here, you'll see that I can add my students' emails or usernames, and I can do the pictures, but really what's the most important thing over here is once people join under access control, let's see here, you have the ability to turn on to do your closed caption. That I'm not seeing it right now because of course, yeah, when you record, I know it automatically does your captioning when you record the video. So I think I'm in yours, Wendy. That's so funny. So yeah, I'm on my friend Wendy's computer because my Google completely crashed. So in Flipgrid, you're going to find Discovery. So all of these things are built into Flipgrid Minecraft, and you can click on them and add them to a collection and use them. These are, you can create your own mixtapes from different topics that you like. And this is what I use to record my shorts video that also can be used with the AR. And so this can be up to 10 minutes and it will automatically caption your video, and then you can go in and edit those captions, and then you can actually embed it and use it as an AR video or just a regular video. So, I mean, so many wonderful things here that you can use Flipgrid for. And we use it for teaching adults. You'll notice that there's like 10 topics here. If I go into this Boardmaker 101, like the first topic right here is hello. And so we ask our people to watch this video that we embedded and then record a response to it. And then here's the join code. So Flipgrid is amazing, free. It's got Immersive Reader embedded. It's got captions embedded in the responses. And get this, the freaking captions, there's Immersive Reader for the captions. I don't even know how they even thought about that. It's like amazing. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited about Microsoft Learning Tools, because they are pretty much, as my friend Hillary says, the bomb diggity. I like to say that they are amazeballs. Okay, so that's a little bit about Flipgrid and Immersive Reader. And I'm gonna go to my next slide. Okay, so then we have Vision, alt text magnifier, and more. Alternative text, a lot of you guys already know, and it's available for PowerPoint and just for images anywhere that you need to alt text them. Down here under Vision resources, you can find out more information about that. Magnifier is like one of my favorite tools. And how am I doing on time here? I know I'm getting close, right? Magnifier is one of my favorite tools. If you have a Microsoft laptop, you just do the Windows and plus key, and it opens up the magnifier, and I have to, woo, see that? See how big that is? My magnifier is, it only did it to mine. You're not seeing it on my shared view. Oh, well, that stinks. It's supposed to do it under my shared. But when you open up Magnifier, what you can do is you can actually use it for presentations and highlight a certain area that needs to be magnified. Obviously, it's helpful for students that have vision loss and impairment, and also, you know, it is also helpful just to magnify an area if you're a presenter. So there's accessibility checker, like amazing. I oftentimes download my Google presentations into PowerPoint and then accessibility check it from there, because it's, I think it's far superior. And you can, again, we talked about digitizing with digitizing with Office Lens. And how many of you guys have heard of Seeing AI app? That's a free app, people, and it is so cool. Seeing AI is like, here, let me just, again, anything that's red is a link. So if you don't get it now, you can get it later. There's videos on Seeing AI over here, but what it does is it can tell you, you can scan a document, short text, a person. Actually, for me, we've done this over here. Yes, it is amazeballs, Candace, because here's the thing. You can actually, we've done this in the office. You go up to a person's face and it'll tell you like something like, woman 45 feeling upset. So, you know, of course, when it comes on me and I have gray hair now because I haven't been in the hairdresser, it's like woman 72. I'm like, yeah, not that old, but okay. So, but you guys get the idea, right? Like free, amazing, supportive to students and adults with visual impairments and who are blind. It does currency. It you know, many different things. And look down here, guys, look at all of these videos that can help you. Like it does a scene demo. So see how it like takes a capture of this and it'll actually tell you what's happening in that scene. And so not only is it amazing and an assistive technology tool, but it's kind of like a great like little party tool too, because you can go up to different faces and, you know, try to scan things and see how accurate it is. It makes you really appreciate like, you know, all of the strides because for so long this you know, technology did not exist. So really thankful to Seeing AI. Now this was one of my favorite things to find, y'all, because Code Jumper is a basic coding program for blind and visually impaired students. Now it says it's for elementary kids, but I think this could be used at many different levels, right? Look at this. I mean, what? Coding? I mean, this is amazing to me. And I just think this is, you know, just next level stuff. It is, it's not out yet, but it's getting close to be. And Microsoft has its hand in this. So obviously technology can, you know, go in so many places that we can't even imagine that it can go. And I just love that we are, you know, seeing it be used to really harness the abilities of everybody out there, the abilities of all, just like our opening video, John said, like it is just, it's so important for us to have this technology. So I'm getting close. It's like 1:45. So you guys may have felt like this. I think I'm feeling like this right now, hoping I can figure this out before the students notice I'm clueless. Like how many times this year, this is like the mood in 2020 right here. Homer is every teacher and therapist in 2020, right? Like we are like putting these tools up and going, oh, I'm just, you know, flying the plane as I'm building it. Thank you guys for being here. And I just really appreciate that, you know, I could share this with you. I hope it wasn't death by PowerPoint, but I really appreciate that you guys were here and learning. This is the last thing I wanted to share with you. Mike Tholfsen is amazing, and his videos are right here in this Inclusive Classroom and Accessible Tips YouTube playlist. I gave it to you because I hope that you will subscribe to it. It will be great to go back and refer to. Anytime anybody asks me about Microsoft learning tools and OneNote and education, this is what I recommend. I recommend Mike to follow him on Twitter. He is really an accessibility and education superhero. He's amazing. And finally, let's see here. Finally, please stay in touch with me. There's my information on Twitter. You can DM me. You can send me an email. I'd really love, you know, I'd really love to stay in touch. I hope that, I know this was fast and furious and lots of information, but, you know, please, again, save the slide deck, refer back to it, and I hope it brings you such joy in helping you and your students and anybody else out there that can benefit from Microsoft and its amazing assistive technology and accessibility features. So if you guys have any questions, I'll stay on for a second. Thank you guys so much. I will pay you later for saying all the nice things that you are saying. And I really hope that we cross paths in the future. If you're down in Florida, you better hit me up. I'd really like to get to know you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mia. Mia, I'm listening to 3 sessions at once and yours is to my left side and I'm just laughing out loud. It sounded like it was awesome.
I hope so. Thank you guys, everybody. I really appreciate it. Are we done? Was it 1:45? I don't even know at this
It was
point.
1:45. Yeah, that was good.
Oh, God.
You didn't force me to hang up your whole meeting on you. This was perfect.
Oh. Yeah, and there was no porn. So that's good too. Mike. That's what
That's
Wendy
a lot.
said.
I just got to get through the rest of the day with that not happening, then I'm in good. Then it's fine.
Oh, so proud of you.
Too much. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, you guys are the best. No, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great rest of your day, Mike. Thank
Thanks,
you
you
guys,
too. I
everybody. You
appreciate
guys are the best. Bye.
See ya. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Oh, goodness gracious. I really wish I really wish that the poor people who have to get in here next, I got to leave